Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles and this is our Ring of Honor show for the week. Let's jump right into it. The first match of the night, Kadarius Thomas representing the Decade versus ACH. Former tag team partners in Adrenaline Rush. Solid match that's seen a lot of interference from the members of the Decade, from BJ Whitmer, Jimmy Jacobs, Adam Page. ACH picks up the win. Through adversity, we get teased that the Decade will break up, that the young boys in the crew are fed up at the end of the match, which doesn't come to fruition, but it should lead to something down the road. Next up, in his final Ring of Honor match, and the second of only 2 matches that night, Kevin Steen versus one of his best friends in wrestling, Steve Corino. I thoroughly enjoyed this match. Everything they did, from the homages to Generico, to the homages to Colt Cabana, to Corino threatening to do the thumb and the bum, the package pile drivers, everything they did about it, the baseball slide clothesline for Corino. This was 2 guys that went out and decided that they're going to have fun for Kevin Steen's last Ring of Honor match, and probably Steve Corino's last Ring of Honor match as well. Just a great match, a great way to show Kevin Steen the respect he deserves as being one of the greatest in Ring of Honor history. After the match, we see Steen and Corino hug. Brings out Jimmy Jacobs, who hugs the 2 of them. As we all know, all 3 were the originators of Scum, and all 3 really good friends in real life. However, we see that Jimmy Jacobs was only out there for the Decade to come out, but Steen and Corino run him off. We see the rest of the locker room come out as Steen and Corino raise each other's hands to end the show. The only slight deterrence I take from it is I seen what happened after that. It's been on the internet for quite a bit. Afterwards, we got the farewell speech from Kevin Steen, which they didn't air on television. Hopefully, they will air it next week. Hoping, keeping our fingers crossed, because it was pretty good, and I thought it would be a great addition to the match or to the show. Awesome way, and all throughout the nights they showed highlights of Kevin Steen's career. Just a great way to show respect for the guy who's pretty much carried the company over the last 3 years. If you think of the best matches in Ring of Honor and the stars of Ring of Honor, Kevin Steen's been the guy for the last 3 years. He's been the guy the fans have cared about the most. He's been in the most important storylines. He's had a long championship run in that time. He's just a guy that just carried the ball for a very long time and made his mark in the company. Go up there, he'll go down as one of the Ring of Honor greats, along with CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness, Tyler Black, Low Key, all the guys, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, Marufuji, all the guys that helped make the company what it is today. Steve Corino just continued to take that ball and run with it and keep Ring of Honor being the great wrestling company it is. I just want to say, before he goes to NXT and eventually to the WWE, where I guarantee he's going to be a megastar. Thank you, Kevin Steen, for everything you did in Ring of Honor, everything you did in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, everything you did in every independent match that you've wrestled over your career. I know this is what you wanted to do your entire life, is be in the WWE. Congratulations for making it there. I know you're going to set the world on fire. You're one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, and you're going to prove it to everybody on the biggest stage in the world. But anyway, I digress. Going to our ratings for the week. Now, if you've seen the show before, or even if you haven't, we have a 1 to 5 scale. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. We give the show a solid 5, all the way Great way to highlight Kevin Steen. Great way for him to go out. I love Steve Corino. Opening match showing some of the younger stars of Ring of Honor. Let's showcase them while we got Ring of Honor is continuously doing that. As one of the legends leaves, they have younger guys that are ready and willing and able to take their spot. It's just amazing how the promotion keeps the wheels going and keeps moving forward, even though they lose tremendous talent, guys like Kevin Steen, and so on and so forth. Overall, a great show. Nothing more I could have wanted from this. And basically, that's all I have to say about it. My name is George Coles, and this has been another episode of Heel Heat.